cup of coffee, okay? I have 3 different mugs. I have a white mug, a clear mug, and a colored mug. If we're talking about contrast,
I like the white mug. Yes.
which do you think would be better for pouring coffee?
White mug.
White. Why?
Contrast.
Contrast, okay. No one thinks that the clear mug would be better?
No.
Why? Come on, teach the class for us. Why?
The glass seems to get hotter.
Okay, I'm not talking about temperature. I'm talking about for being able to see the level of when you
Oh, the
pour.
level, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's not that many available, too.
Okay.
Cup and glass.
So
Okay.
much better.
I happened to bring some watered down Coca-Cola. So,
I see what's in
say that again, George, because you're right. Say what you just said.
I forgot.
You had said if it was milk or something, it might be. You might want to put it in a different container.
Clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to pass the 2 mugs around. The heavier mug is white with the dark liquid in it, and the clear. And then once it goes around, I'll talk about something else. But once it goes around, I want everyone to give me their opinion. Demonstration. What's the verdict as far as dark liquids? Coffee, soda. Is it the white mug or is it the clear
The
mug?
clear one.
I can the clear one.
Okay, see, I made you all change your mind, didn't I?
Yeah.
But guess what? I made you change it the wrong way.
I changed mine too.
Okay. Well, I made it actually, for contrast,
Yes.
it's the white with the dark liquid because you can see the level as it comes up. When you're using a clear glass or a tall glass, or we just happen to have mugs today. But when you're pouring something dark and you're looking intently, it's almost like if I lift it up high enough, I can see the reflection of you folks on the other side, so that can provide you with a little bit of discrepancy in your vision. So, yes, dark liquids in lighter cups, and light liquids in a dark club, like George was saying, milk poured into it. Now, not all of us have 5,000 different colored glasses to pour and mugs to pour into. So then you can use your pouring skills or an Ellie or something of that sort to help. How about now the holidays, we go into someone's home, the big family style serving dishes. Right? First off, they're heavy, right? So sometimes it's easier to have someone fill the plate for you, to ask them to fill your plate. And sometimes they pass the dishes around.
Yeah.
This one here is easier.
Does anyone have an idea of what you can do to kind of alleviate spills when that happens?
Yes. But if you want.
Because it's fancy, they gotta
Yeah?
hold it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could ask someone, exactly, you could ask someone to hold it for you while you serve yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah? And always bring your plate closer to the serving dish as opposed to bringing the serving dish closer to your plate. So that way, if you can, I call it make them kiss. If you can make the edge of the serving plate and the edge of your plate touch each other, you're going to find a way to be able to find your plate. And then constantly turn your plate a little bit. Rotate your plate. Don't try to reach across. And you've put mashed potatoes on the upper left-hand corner at like 11 o'clock on a clock, and now the peas have come by. Of course, I would pass on those. That's my own personal preference. But if I were to put peas on my plate, I'd turn my plate again so that it's at 11 o'clock. Again, because the serving dish is on my left-hand side or your right-hand side, whatever you wish. But keep rotating your plate so you don't reach across. When we go to our relative's house and it's time for dinner and we're all sat down, our plates are ready, we have my meat at 6 o'clock kind of thing. But now I'm like, well, I always know I need salt and pepper. How can I tell the difference between salt and pepper shakers? Does anyone know?
Oh, I can see that.
I put it
What is
like,
the real?
and then I wet it.
Yeah.
Okay. One way, of course, is to do the the sniff test.
No,
Yeah.
And then,
all over the place.
yeah, you could do it that way. You could sniff. But in general, and these are all generalities, if it's the same shape, salt and pepper shaker, and at the holidays we have a tendency to do that. You know, you want to bring out the good china, you want to bring out your good salt and pepper shakers. I know my salt and pepper shakers are in the shape of turkeys. You know, so they're both the same. Salt is always, what do you think? Oh,
Heavier.
oh, good, heavier. Right.
Salt is heavier.
Salt is heavier.
I thought it was pepper.
No, salt is heavier. Butter. I have a crude stick of butter. I know it's not uniform. It's a piece. It's a piece of Play-Doh, and my butter knife. If it's a stick of butter, right, and someone passes, again, talking Thanksgiving kind of thing, the stick of butter's been passed to you. How much do you know to cut off? Now, if you really like butter, it might be half the stick. Some people scrape, scrape the top. Okay. One technique to do, and I'll do this in a couple of areas of the table, but is to bring the knife to the end of the butter stick, because hopefully everyone's been cutting off from an end and not from the middle. Okay. And bringing your knife up so it kind of lays flat on top of the stick of butter, and then just pushing down. And that should give you a pat, for lack of a better term. Contrast, organization, and practice. And the last part is something that you can do at home. You can do it by yourself, with friends, whenever. It may not come lickety-split. It may take a couple of times to get used to a new way of cutting your food or of telling the salt and pepper. Pouring is a great example. Some folks still have, after having vision challenges for a while, still have trouble pouring. But work on it. You can always ask us to come and do a little seminar specifically on cutting food skills, more food skills. This is really just more of a demonstration.